You just be sliding that recorder over real smooth.
Yeah. All right, enough about the Pro Bowl. What about being #1 in the cornhole rankings? Huh?
I'm lit. Nah, cornhole's lit.
Is it, another Pro Bowl for you? Is it still the same kind of special feeling?
Every time, every time, because every season is a new season, and previous year doesn't really matter. Like recognition helps, but I take it very, very serious. Like every year to continue to grow. Like I know, truly, like last year when I was alternate, like I kind of hurt when I was an alternate, even though it's still good, but like not to take anything away from it, but I just try to hold myself to a higher standard. So this is the first time that I'm, a starter now. So it's like, it's a beautiful feeling, but it just means that I'm, trusting my process and I'm mastering my process that is obviously working.
You feel like this was your best year?
But so far, it's been going well. Like I still have another game in the regular season to prove that, but like I can't even like sugarcoat it. Like it's a whole different mode, man. It's a whole different vibe, whole different energy. So yes, this has definitely been my best season, and still a lot more to come. Like Brandon Bean always like tells me like Dion, and there's more, and there's more, and a little bit I was like, is there really more? And I found a different process, and it's been working. Yeah, it's amazing. Like me and Jimbo like have a good relationship, and he's doing everything that he's supposed to. Like he's kind of quiet, and I respect that he is his own person. And he's comfortable in his own skin with being like who he is, and with that, he's playing well. I like to block for him. I like to like celebrate with him. I like to eat wings with him. I like to play cards with him. And it's a good deal for Njimbo to make it in his second year, because that's huge. Like to be that young and to get that is special, and which means that he's just on track of having a beautiful career.
Where have you seen him growing the most this season?
Playbook. He's more comfortable in the playbook, and with him being more comfortable, like he knows where he needs to be, where his cuts need to be at, and his dominance. Like when he steps on the football field now, like he doesn't feel like a youngin. Like he feels like he belongs, and he's playing like so.
They use you so much pull.
Yeah, they do.
How much patience does he have to show to wait for you to set up it, get that block?
Yeah, it's not patience but trust. Like he knows what I'm going to do before, and I do it. When the play is called in a huddle, like I'm talking to him, like, look, bro, like this is where I'm gonna hit him at. So do your thing. So I'm just blessed that he trusts me, and even Spencer, because it's a two-way play. So it's not just about me, but me and Spencer do a great job of communicating what we're gonna do before the play is called.
Obviously, Spencer pulls the other way,
Yeah.
not as much as you do, but still some of the time. What about that block you make? Like he's got to make the seal block, or if he's coming your way, you've got to come. Whether it's a down block, I guess it depends on where the defensive end is playing, right?
Yeah, it's all based off of game plan and what type of defense and they run, and who the linebackers are, and where we plan on hitting, because it can hit anywhere, and that's the beauty of it. Like it could hit at any point, A, B, C, D, any gap, so with us trusting our coaching and trusting the game plan, and we execute.
When you were 6-6, how confident were you that this team could be at this point?
Which game were we 6-6?
Philadelphia.
I feel like that Philadelphia was our turning point. I mentioned that yesterday. I feel like playing that Philly game, it unleashed a new chapter of the Buffalo Bills. Like we felt it, and we turned it to a different mode of these are playoff games now. Every game, the intensity is high. I feel like we've been in the playoffs for multiple weeks, so it's been flowing. But to answer directly, like the 6-6 feeling, it ain't even really like feel like a 6-6. If it just felt like that, the time is now. We're 0-0, and we have to win, and that's what we did.
So it sounds like, and yesterday too, it sounds like the Philly game, you came out of the Philly game not so much defeated as we all like looking up that we played a pretty good game.
We were in a good spot. Like, we knew the type of team that we were.
Dion, you talked about having that playoff mentality for the past couple weeks now. How beneficial is it that you guys have had that mindset the past couple weeks going into this final game now?
Like, you're basically like asking, like, does it help? Like, does it give us the advantage?
Yeah, like does it
Yeah.
help that you guys have already been thinking that way for weeks on end?
Absolutely. Everything that prepares us for that next game in previous weeks helps. And I think for our team to know the urgency and know how much fire is burning and to know what type of situation is in front of us, it helps. It prepares us for that next battle. And I don't want to make this game bigger than what it is, but I truly think if the Dolphins did not, like, if they were, like, let's say if they won like 4 games, but like this whole season, they would still play us the hardest that we've ever played them, because at the end of the day, it's a divisional conference game. Like, they're in our conference. So they play us hard, like just like the Patriots do, just like the Jets do. No matter what their record is, they play us hard. So, yes, it does help us with going in, but in this game, we knew regardless of the records or what the situation was that it was going to be a hard game either way, because the rivalry is still there and the intensity and aggression and the anger is always sky high. So we understand what the mission is.
The Miami game, the first time around, was the best offensive performance you guys have enjoyed this season. How do you feel about the offense maybe finding a way to get closer to that point? And when you think back to that game, what clicked so well for you guys again?
Yeah. Well, I think it's simple. Like, we're going to pull, like, what we did well. We're going to see, like, what we did bad, and we're going to see and what worked, and we're going to build off of that. And, like, we're not, like, going to make it rocket science. And wins help. Games that you win help because you get to go back and study it and look at what went well. But besides that, like, it's a new week. They're a new team. They've had guys that went down and guys that went up. So we expect it to be drastically different. So as much as we want to pull from the old game, it's not the same because the players and the depth chart is different there. There's moving pieces. So we have to treat everything different and like a brand new week, because it's a brand new week. And not that they have a new team. I don't like want to take that away from them, but pieces have shifted, and we have to adjust to the pieces that are in front of us now than what were in the previous weeks.